At
least I have one. Doink.
Give it a little time.
Hey, everybody, it's Friday night. How are you? Hope all is well. Hey, Syrian, how are you? What's going on? Sorry we're late. Told you. Panel didn't get the memo.
Just blame me and be done with it.
Mikey, start early. Mikey starts early. Anyway, what's going on? So right after Whammy, right? It's been a hell of a week for friggin' storms and natural disasters, ain't it?
We're back to hot and humid again.
I'm not even that. We can't complain about that, Stevie. I mean, you got a 7.2 earthquake that ruins fucking Mexico, and then you got the fucking Puerto Rico. It's just about gone now, right?
Right.
So for you people down in Mexico, which my nephew was down there, I actually thought he was down there for the earthquake, but him and his wife came home the day before.
Cool.
So, talk about getting lucky.
Right on.
And for the people of Puerto Rico, the people of Florida and Louisiana are getting pelted with a friggin' hurricane. I hope things. I mean, there's still people in Florida without friggin' power, for Christ's sakes.
Right.
Yeah.
What's this one called?
I forget which one hit Puerto Rico, to be honest with you. It's just sad. It's just really sad, I think. And you're right, the weather's just screwy. Funny thing is, I read an article. I was actually on Twitter. Somebody tweeted it out. And they said that global warming, something about, I don't know, 2022 or some bullshit or whatever, but that's out the window now. And they wanted to apologize. Well, I never really believed in global warming. I more, in fact, I'm more of a believer that history repeats itself.
Yeah, right.
So at one time, this planet was hot. At one time, this planet was cold.
Comes around, goes around.
Exactly. It's going to come back. So long after we're all gone.
But, you know, in the long run, I'm sure we're not helping. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying the what we did in the past with pollutants and all that. Don't misunderstand me.
Right.
I'm not saying we didn't have any part in it. I'm just saying that, you know,
it ain't 90% us.
Yeah, like so. I think I might have told you guys this before a while back. I watched the show on Discovery. They put cameras up in Alaska for 1 year. And then the poor sons of bitches, as they went out, they had to go and change batteries and fix them after a storm and all that, right?
Right.
We placed them after a storm because usually they shit the bed. And what they did was they were measuring, I don't know, atmosphere, all this bullshit, right? All this weather stuff. And then one camera has been out there. They just take, all they do is put the batteries in and out, in and out, in and out. And they're showing how the what do you call it? The glaciers are melting like a sieve.
Right.
Now, is that global warming or is that the core of the Earth warming up? I don't know. But it's sad either way because obviously that water's going somewhere and that making the whole ocean. It's just a friggin' shitball of effect, you know. And then you know, when we get the earthquakes, and I'm like, holy Hannah, what a week.
Yep.
You know, I feel for them, I really do. Yes, I think it was PTE, better known as Prepping to Endure. Give me 2 seconds, I'll do a little quicksy rundown here.
Well, not to try to sway or move around what you're saying. You know, I definitely agree with you. You know, all these folks in the path of these storms and everything. But yeah, if you look at it from a biblical kind of sense, you know, in the Bible it says if God brings you to the storm, He'll bring you through it. So, you know, yeah, we can pray for them folks, but they got to have a little faith too, you know.
Absolutely. All right, so STL Tony beat out the ever beautiful Sandy's Passions tonight for first.
Oh boy.
So hello to you both. Thank you both for coming. I actually thought that Tony would get his balls golfed across the street, but Sandy was pretty nice about it. Prepping to Endure. It's Friday. How are you, bud? Great to see you. Hope things are well. I gotta go way back here. Holy shit. Damn. Dak, DAK, Dak. What's going on? Great to see you. Thanks for coming. Stump's in here, obviously, with us, finally. Stevie finally made it. Stevie finally made it. Oh, it's all right. I get it. It's all right. Don't worry about it. Who did I miss? Syrian, how are you? Great to see you.
Mike, if it makes you feeling better, I'm in here on your chat when I should be up under my truck in the yard putting a new starter on it.
Hey, Stevie B, good to see you. How are you? And I think HRM Weapons. There he is. Great song, HRM. More, more, more. How do you like it? How do you like it? I remember that song. G Trapper, how the hell are you? Great to see you.
Yep.
And that's good. All right. So I got everybody there. So welcome everybody. Yeah. So the wow. Mother Nature's pissed off in a worse sense. Anywho, I hope people down in Florida get their power back. All you guys down there, and like I said last week, I got some classmates from high school and relatives, and you know we have our own friends. We got Bird Dog down there. We got you know. So I hope things are getting better. Because that absolutely sucks. Just saying.
And by the way, the world's not going to end. We're just going to end. The world will keep on going.
Yeah, it's always going to spin.
That's right.
It's always going to spin.
Right. We as a people are nothing more than fleas on the dog. We'll be gone. The dog will still be cruising.
Who was that? George Carlin did a whole thing on that and one of his stand-up band. Said, maybe the earth wants plastic to build something.
That's right.
Well, it's
great comedian.
He was. What else? Oh, a couple of shout outs. Gerald B, I hope things are well. Haven't seen him in a bit. Sass Green 13th man. Hope things are well. Obviously, my shout out to Steve, answer Dak for me.
Yeah, I'm talking to him.
Obviously, shout out to our buddy Uncle Kyle.
Heck yeah.
I hope things are well. Double K, haven't seen you. I hope things are well.
Mike, while you're going through this part, if you don't mind, I'd kind of like to ask a question to y'all and everybody in the chat side of it too.
Okay.
I hadn't seen this cat in a while. I'm just wondering if he's okay, because the last I heard, his health was pretty bad. And that's Tommy, Redneck Cockerham.
I haven't
Anybody
seen
know
John
what's going on with him?
forever. Not since he came on here. Remember he popped in here one night?
Yep.
And I haven't seen him on Facebook or anything.
Yeah, that's kind of got me concerned a little bit. I mean, I hope the old boy's all right,
And I don't have his phone number either, so.
Yeah, nor do I.
I can call. Let me text. You know what I'll do tomorrow? I'll text Ohio.
There you go. Thank you.
And I think Ohio might have his number.
Speaking of people coming and going, I actually seen a K-Bar user video today.
Yep.
Oh, yeah?
I haven't seen it yet, so don't tell me how it came out.
Well,
I saw the title. I don't understand how the hell they're doing that. John the M.I. Woodsman did it too, I think.
Yep.
A one-handed ferro rod.
Oh, really?
Fire. Yeah. I have no clue how they're doing it. I haven't seen either one of them, but I plan on it.
Oh, I got to try that my damn self now.
What I see,
a fun little challenge.
And not just a strike. Get a sustainable fire going.
I think it was 39.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was 39 Camper that did a thing a couple of years back, lighting a butt with one. I remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, I'll get a hold of Ohio tomorrow.
I appreciate that.
If he's around, I don't want to bother him. I know he's doing something with the kids with the Scouts, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Saw that on Facebook the other day. So that's cool beans. But I will get a hold of him, and I obviously will ask him. Double K, I hope things are well. Haven't seen you. Who did I miss? Oh, I texted a good friend of ours, the working class woodsman. And, I asked if he wanted, told him all about, like I do every Friday night.
Right on.
And he's up in a undisclosed location in the state of Maine.
Well.
Using my tent.
Uh-oh. I think you deserve that.
I said, you got a lot of balls.
Yeah. I think he better send you that 17 now.
Yeah, he says, I'm up north, he said. I'm like, oh, you're up in Maine with my tent? He says, yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm playing with Dak, I'm not playing with anything. I'm scratching the piss out of my foot. So yeah, he sent me a couple of pictures. That's really cool. He's enjoying the shit out of it. So I do have a NH might show up. I did send one to Norm.
Cool,
Stevie. So
Norm just texted me right now.
Okay.
Well, he might be on his way home, but he was dealing with the aftermath of a brutal plumber on a job.
Oh.
Hacking stuff out of the way.
Plumbers are cool guys. Speaking of which, where the hell's Richie?
Most of them are, but every once in a while you get one of them guys on the job site that thinks he can cut floor joists in half.
Right. I hear that.
I've been on job sites and seen the aftermath of such. It's not pretty when they get old with each other.
Right.
Hey, PG, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. So question to you guys, you two in here, people out in the panel, people out in the chat, silent watchers that here. If you want to chime in, please do, obviously. And welcome, by the way. Good to have you.
There it goes.
When's your hunting season start?
My small game is getting going right now. I know squirrel's open. Yeah. Maybe partridge. I'm not positive.
About 10, 11 days ago for deer season.
Right. Mm-hmm. I know there's a bunch of people that are, I want to say Iowa, but PG said 2 days ago. Cool. Yep. Mine doesn't start. My deer season doesn't start till in October. DSW Outdoors. Holy shit, dude! I didn't forget you. Actually, I did, but you know what I'm talking about, right? I do remember now. Yeah, archery deer for October 1st. Excuse me. Awesome. DS is the same way. That's cool. Season opens for him in the morning, right? Gee, I knew that because I what's his name just put a duck season opener video up. Joe and Zach survival. So that's cool. That's cool. PG bear season and dickhead seasons too. Right on. As you guys know, if you follow Working Class Woodsman, he got his bear this year again. So on my birthday, 2 years in a row.
Yeah, very quickly this year he got that one.
Well, he passed up a lot of them last year.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say a lot. It wasn't like he saw 50 of them, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He didn't want to take too little of a bear, which is, and I thought what was kind of cool is, because I've never been, so I'm not going to pretend like I know what the hell I'm talking about. However, I thought what was pretty cool is, I was told from a bunch of people, that, because I asked one day, I go, not for nothing, every time I see a friggin' bear video, there's always a 50-gallon drum. Why can't you just like make a basket or something, put the food in a basket and on the ground, right? And I was told sometimes, most of the time, when they're standing up, the barrel is standing up. They got the hole in the barrel. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know why they do? Well, this is what I was told. And you guys on the panel, obviously, you and Stumper, and you guys out in the comment section, tell me if I'm wrong, or tell me if these people are wrong. They said that they use a barrel to judge how big the animal is. So if the back of the animal, okay, so we all know a 50-gallon drum has 3 rings, one low, one in the middle, one at the other end, right? So they say if you can't see the middle one, shoot it.
Yeah.
They said if you can see it, but a little bit, that's fine. He says, but if you can see it totally, he says, most guys leave them alone because they're young yearlings. They're probably like last year's friggin' litter.
Yep.
I thought that was a pretty cool way of doing it.
Well, it's definitely a handy way of having your measuring stick at the target instead of sitting there with mills through a scope and trying to run through math in your head real quick for that range,
Yeah. And a lot of that mill stuff isn't going to do you any good at 40 yards or 20 yards.
Right. Especially if you done messed around and pissed it off and he knows where you're at and he's coming that way in a hurry.
Right.
You're sitting here trying to, do your math 2.24 times. Poof, you're a turd.
And I know Working Class Woodsman hit his, and those that saw the video know too, hit his with a 300 Win Mag, so that wasn't going too far to begin with.
Right.
It's funny. We were just talking about that earlier, Steve.
That's right.
Right on HRM. HRM says first ring is liquor, second wine, third is beer. But I thought that was a pretty cool way of judging judging a beer size.
Yep.
To take, you know. I mean, really, who wants to shoot a beer that weighs 130 pounds? I mean, seriously, that's like, you know.
Right.
I had a neighbor that had a bear full body mount in his living room. I could see in the window when I was on my way out in the morning heading for my bow hunting stand.
Mm-hmm.
That thing was standing on its hind legs with its claws out the front, and it couldn't have been over like 4 feet tall.
Right.
I was like, holy smoked. And that was standing up on its hind legs.
And then let me ask you this: the first time you seen it, did you draw the bow back really quick just in case?
Yeah, but the shine on the glass deterred me.
G Trapper says he judges his beers by the size of the head.
Right? They say if the ears look small, it's a bigger bear.
Yeah, but if you're, again, if you're 35 yards away, 30 yards away,
right?
What's looks small? I mean, I'm not being funny. I'm being dead serious. So,
well, they say a young bear, the ears look normal, and they're up on top of the head. A bigger bear, they'll be over here.
Yeah,
the ears are actually the same size. Once a bear's ears grow, that's it. They don't keep growing or anything.
Right.
So they look smaller, but they're actually the same size as a small bear.
Yep. Right. Amongst everything getting ready to happen, that's one thing I keep getting told. You know, the lower the ears seem to be on the head,
yep,
the bigger and the older the bear is.
Right.
Wow. G-Trapper's bears come in within 15 yards.
Hell, you could smell them and tell the age.
Yeah, mine, right? Yeah. No, I'm good.
Or at least what he ate last.
Well, that's cool. So if he's coming in 15 yards, you can probably, you know, tell him we can use a fucking velament or something, right?
Right.
Anybody catch the pun on that? Velament. Go try to find one of those. Yes, I'm old, I guess, huh?
You guess?
That blonde girl used to do in commercials was a cutie.
Right?
Yeah. I think I've seen reruns of that commercial.
The Elements. Wow, I used to love those things. Yeah.
It was a blast from the past.
Yeah, I bet you Dollar G Trapper hunts in the thick stuff too.
Oh, probably. Well, I got 7 dislikes already. That's cool.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you very much. Come on, you guys, you can do better than that.
All right, we ought to be at least on 10 by now.
Right. It's funny that people think it actually bothers me. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It doesn't bother me on the chat. It really doesn't.
It's all a watch.
So, have at it.
Yep. Mikey. Well,
yes,
we're on the topic of critters and such.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed you seen and liked the picture I sent you earlier. Did you happen to know?
Yeah, where the fuck you find that?
Here in Greenwood. That's in the back of my boss's truck.
Damn. Stump sent me a picture of a fucking rack the size of this fucking cabinet, for Christ's sake. And that cabinet's 3.5 foot.
Yeah, that picture's in the back of a 3/4 ton King Ranch Ford pickup.
Yeah.
And the skull in the rack fills up. Yeah, it fills up the entire bed of the truck.
I thought that was a mini truck.
No, that's a full-size 3/4 ton Ford King Ranch.
Damn.
Yeah.
I would have texted you back in all caps if I would have known that.
No, I wish I knew how to.
Did you not notice the 50-pound bag of charcoal beside it looked real small?
Yeah,
that's not a 5-pound bag. That's a 50-pound bag of charcoal.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
the main beams going off the skull. They're every bit like that. I mean, they're a good 3 inches.
There's a lot of knife handles sitting there. Just saying.
You know where that skull's going? It's gonna get nailed on the front of the barn.
Nice.
Yep. It'll go right beside the moose and the moose he's got makes that thing look like it's a spike anorexic whitetail.
No kidding.
Yeah. That, like I said, that was 2 days in Colorado.
Right.
They got out there the first day, set up camp, literally got up, had breakfast, changed in their hunting clothes, went out, and he said he was in the bushes maybe 2 hours, and the damn thing got within 18 yards before he let the arrow fly.
Where can we see that? All right, let me see if I can do this. Guys, give me a sec. I'll see if I can.
Make sure you know his phone number too.
I'm not going to put his phone number out.
Oh, I don't give a shit. Hell, I put my phone number out on the chats before. Matter of fact, Paul, P. NASCARs.
Yeah, it's a
Somebody
show.
pissed me off in Michelle's chat one night, and I gave up my address, phone number, everything. I told him, cocksucker, come fucking see me, or here's my phone number. You can fucking call me. I'll come to you, whatever it takes.
Oh, I can't twist it.
And like
Shit.
the next day, I'm sitting there, just laid down, head on the pillow. The phone, beeps, and I look over there. Is this Stump? I said, who the fuck is this? He said, Paul. Oh, okay.
All right. So I have to swap it over, but okay, you guys can see the charcoal here. Okay. That's what the skull cap is. Okay.
Tilt your phone.
Which way? That way?
A little.
Which way? Up,
Forward.
down, what?
Forward.
Forward. Yeah. The top of the phone lean towards the computer some. A little more.
Is that better?
A little more. A little more. Little more. I bring the entire thing closer to the computer. Closer.
Is it still up?
That's close. Yep. Yeah, it's still up.
All right.
Just not showing up worth the shit there. Damn it.
Well, hang on.
Turn it sideways.
It won't. I just tried to do that.
All right.
The sun glare is making it look way too bright.
Yeah.
Anyways, how about, is that any better? I got to go back on the thing so I can see what the hell I'm doing now.
All right.
Let me see. Oh, yeah, it's wicked bad glare there, huh?
Yeah. It seemed like when you twisted it that way.
Oh, there you go.
Right there.
All right. Oh, Stevie, be quiet. All right, right there. All right, so you see the back of you can see the bed of the truck. Okay. Let me do this. All right. Where's I got to go the other way. All right, so there's the skull cap. There's the bag of charcoal is there. All right, so that's one edge of the truck. Okay. Let me, right there. And here's the other edge.
Yeah.
Look at that friggin' rack.
In that picture, now that's a long bed pickup. The nose of the skull is actually against the tailgate, and the tips of the antlers are actually up against the toolbox, and it's touching the bed on both sides. It's a big freaking rack.
That's huge. That's
Yeah.
huge. That's really big. That's really good.
Yep. I found out I'm going to find out what elk steak tastes like, because we're having a cookout here real soon, and he said everybody's going to belly up to about 1.5 pounds, maybe 2 pound elk steaks off the grill.
Wasn't nice. Elk is good.
Yeah.
Either way, it don't matter. I mean, I've had it both. I've had wild and I've had farm raised.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, the wild is better, but
right.
Either way, it's really good meat.
Cool.
I was impressed. Yeah, HRM, it's unbelievable. You should post it on Facebook so people, the guys that are on Facebook with you could see it.
I might do that. That or Instagram or both. I don't know.
Yeah, I do too, Steven. But that I'm trying to think. It's got to be that's got to be close to 48 inches, anyways.
Yeah,
come out across.
Yeah, it's got to be or better. I mean, the bed of a truck is over on the ranges, or let me see, because I had one, so I should know this. I could fit plywood, but I had to go on top of the wheel well. So,
Right.
Yeah. So it's just a touch over 4 foot. So it's probably 49, 50 inches. So, but that's a huge fucking. I bet that animal was absolutely huge.
Yep. And the part that really just impressed me, he let that thing get within 18 yards and took it out with the bow.
Hey, Blue, how are you? Good to see you. Thanks for coming, brother. Yeah, that's unreal.
So the only reason he knew it was 18 yards is because when he got where he was going to set up, he went ahead and took his little laser rangefinder, just like you're taught, for your distance shooting, you're lasing certain objects used as targets. You have range landmarks for your distance.
Mm-hmm.
He said this tree was behind him and said just for giggles, he turned around and checked it and said it was 16 and said as he leaned an antler against it, standing behind it, that's when he let go of the arrow. Took out both lungs.
Nice.
I don't want to, where did it go? I don't want to get off subject too much, but there's something else caught in my brain. 13 prevails. 13 prevails back making vids, huh?
Cool.
Cool.
I'm trying to think of his name. Guns and Gadgets. Guns. He's in Massachusetts. Let me see. Oh, no, I can't find him. Damn, there it is. Guns and Gadgets. Okay. I don't know how to screen share, and the last time I screen shared, someone I got in trouble. So, I did. I got a letter from. I did. I got an email from YouTube saying da da da. Da. So, and considering I don't, I'm on obviously on the chat. I'm not going to be able to PM Guns and Gadgets and time and whatever. So, if you go to Guns and Gadgets, it's guns, the and sign, not 3 letters and, the and sign. Gadgets. If you go to his home, if you go to his page, his YouTube page, here's what you want to look at. There's one he just put out there about Wisconsin moving closer to constitutional carry, which is good, obviously. There's another one there. You ready for this? Hey, Frankie, how are you? Great to see you, buddy. Are you ready for this? You can't make this up, okay? There is a suppressor. You ready for this? A legalized 50 state legal. 50, let me say that again. 50 state legal suppressor for a muzzle loader.
Really?
And you know how they're getting away with it? And I'm talking Mass, New York, Jersey, Baltimore, DC, California, Detroit, Chicago, all the ones that suck like me, Connecticut. 50 state legal.
I got to guess. Can I guess?
Thank you, DS. DS is always on the ball. Damn it. Thank you, brother. Click on that link. And DS, I believe, sent you guys to the link to where it is. He shows a picture of it. They're like I think he said they were $1,000 or something like that. Or better. However, there's a loophole because the 56 states don't consider muzzleloaders a firearm.
Oh.
So, thank you, DS. DS is just giving you guys a link to the gun. Okay. So if you guys click on that, it'll take you there.
Cool.
Yeah, it is, Frankie. I agree with you 100%. Guns and Gadgets, great channel.
Yeah, I was going to say my guess was because maybe it clamped on the barrel instead of having a threaded barrel.
I don't know, but let me ask a silly question. Exactly, Frank. That was my first one. How are you going to clean it? Also, too, if the barrel's rifled, because I believe mine is the suppressor rifled or is it smooth?
No, it when the bullet comes out, it actually does not touch the suppressor. It slides right through it.
Okay. I don't know how they operate, so forgive my ignorance. I've never put one on a gun. I never shot one with a gun on it.
And
so forgive me.
Cleaning most suppressors, you can unscrew the end and take all the baffles right out of them and take it all apart.
Like Frankie, like mine, right? I got an inline.
What are we trying to suppress?
If you scroll back, DSW printed it. All right. 50 state legal suppresses.
A muzzle loader.
For a muzzle loader. Guns and Gadgets put out a video on it. DS was nice enough to help me out in knowing I can't do two things at once. And he sent a link in the chat room. So if you silent watchers that are out there, you want to click on that link. It's pretty ridiculous. Not ridiculous as in dumb. I mean ridiculous as in weird. Like you know what I mean? Like sick.
Like
good night, sweetie.
Right on. I know most all of them I've messed with. You know, whatever you're putting it on, you have to have the barrel. Like on a semi-automatic pistol, you've got to have a little bit longer barrel. It's got to be threaded because the suppressor threads on. It's usually usually 20 or 22 threads per inch. I don't forget which exactly. But it just screws on. And a big misconception, you see people in the movies, they wrench that fucker. No, you do not do that. You just till it bottoms out, till it stops, and you quit. Give it maybe just a hair. Don't twist it like you torquing head bolts on an old Chevy. You'll never get it off again.
Right.
And like Steve was saying, usually both ends thread off. There's baffles inside. Sometimes they're on a rack or a tube system. They all come out. You can wash them.
But Frank brought up a great question, which was my first one. How do you clean it? They
disassemble each end. Some of them, they'll actually be Allen Torx, or I've seen a few with even like Phillips screws.
Yeah.
You take those out, both end caps come out, flip it over, and the baffles come out because they're usually stacked, or they've got spacers in there with them. And it's essentially like almost like the old cherry bomb mufflers in a car. Back in the day when we were all chaps playing hot rods.
Right.
Except you take the ends off and all the guts come out. Clean them, just regular solvent, soapy water, just dry them really good. You can actually use them wet, and they're a lot more effective. The thing is, when you run one wet, usually by the second or third shot, you've blown every bit of your water fluid right out the end of it. Right, it's going to get a little bit louder. Yeah. I mean, they are quieter for the first one or two shots if you run them wet, but it's really not enough difference to worry about. But the thing to remember, if you actually want it quiet, you have to use subsonic ammunition as well. Because the minute the projectile goes over the speed of sound, you get that great big bullwhip cracking noise that everybody in 20 miles knows about.
All right, hang on one sec. DSW just said it's a good way to say F you to the ATF, which is awesome. But the suppressor can't be removed. It's kind of a novelty. And then Frank said, those do not disassemble on that rifle. There's the problem. Therein lies the problem. Wow. They don't, because especially, I guess with an inline, you're all right. Actually, I think you're all right either way to clean it, because if you don't have the inline, you still have to clean from through the barrel. With the inline, I just go doink, boom, push it out.
eventually the baffles are going to get filled up with carbon and stuff.
Yeah,
But you can still clean it, like you just said. You can still put your solvent in there. You can still.
Yeah, but you would actually have to soak it at that point, like a
and stick the
bucket.
end of the barrel in a friggin' bucket of solvent.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. Think about this, right? You take
No,
a
yes, the
Pepsi
only way
bottle.
you could clean it. Yeah.
Take a 2-liter Pepsi bottle, whatever, right? Bottle, cut the top off, right?
Yep.
Just submerge that, right? Let it sit for whatever you think is the proper way, or until the solvent's black or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
And then hang dry it, drip dry it, and don't touch it till it dries. Or if you have the means of one, get an air chuck and blow dry it.
Yeah, air it out.
Blow dry with a hairdryer for all I give a shit.
That'd be a good use for that big old liquid vibrating cleaner thing.
The ultrasonic.
Ultrasonic. I kept wanting to say subsonic.
I promise you, there are a few things in this world as nice as an ultrasonic when you're cleaning a nasty fucking gun.
Speaking of guns, woohoo! I get to go pick up a brand new one tomorrow.
What'd you buy? Did I miss a video again?
Hey,
Richie, I sent you a link.
Would you like for me to tell you what you bought since you can't seem to remember?
Say it again. What did you buy?
LC9S, a Ruger.
Yep.
The little compact 9mm.
It's one like Gears got.
Rich said, by the way, to get back on the thing, give me 1 second. I know you just, give me 1 minute. Richie, the tactical plumber, finally decided he wanted to show up tonight. The fucking Giants fans, that's how they are, you know what I mean? And he says it's already been challenged by New Jersey and Mass in California. No shock there, right?
Yeah.
By the ages in each state. So not so fast. Yeah, Richie, I didn't know that. I was just referring everybody to Guns and Gadgets' video on it. And we're just shooting shit because I actually just thought it was kind of humorous to do that. You coming up to Loudon? Nice. This is the last September race in Loudon. No more September race in Loudon for the NASCAR fans. I wonder if Gerald B will be going. I know he goes in July.
I like how the town's name is Loudon. That's awesome for a race.
Has anybody else caught the fact that NASCAR is doing away with the jackman in the pit crew?
What? He's the funnest guy to watch.
They're going to put auto jacks on the cars just like they do in Indy.
Them wussies.
Yep.
Why, to speed up the race?
I've not figured out a reason yet, but I've seen several different articles talking about it.
Seconds?
It might be because either him or that front tire guy are the two guys who are going to get hit if anybody's going to get hit.
Yep. And usually those are the two guys that get fucking creamed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bummer though. I love that dude's an athlete, man. You run around the car that fast without falling down, holding how much of them jacks weigh? 60, 80 pounds?
Oh, no. Those jacks they use are probably in the neighborhood of 20 pounds.
Okay, aluminum and stuff.
Aluminum, titanium, shit like that.
To answer Blue's question, Blue, I would say yes, only due to the fact Blue's asking if you get one of those prior to the state, part of the state-by-state ban, or your grandfather. I would assume yes, only because like here in Mass we have an absolute bitch that decided to ban ARs. But if you had one pre-ban, like Mr. Rich, the tactical plumber does, and my buddy does, and my brother does, and all them, yeah, they can't bother you. Good night, Sandy. Thanks for coming, sweetheart. Much appreciated. You know that.
Yep. Good night, young lady.
So I would say that. I would say probably. But again, we're not talking. We talked about this the last week or 2 weeks ago. We're not talking about hearing. You're still gonna hear the fucking thing.
Yeah. even suppressed, there's no such thing as a quiet firearm.
Well, I'm sure the military makes one, or the CIA or somebody. Quite sure they have one. However, it's not consumer. Consumers ain't getting a hold of it.
Right.
Right.
They had one way back in early, I think, World War II that was almost absolutely silent. All you heard out of it is
right. So I'm quite sure that the world's smartest people could probably make one if they wanted to. So I'm probably sure some backyard guy who knows what the hell is what. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the only way they made it silent, it was a little 32 auto.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't a 40. Right. It wasn't a 45 or a friggin'.
Now the two quietest firearms I've ever heard running suppressors. One of them is a 1911 because 45 ACP is naturally subsonic. With a big enough can to control all that gas, you bring that volume way, way, way down. But now, the Nagant, or Nagant, however you want to pronounce it, revolver, it actually uses a gas check and gas seals, and the cylinder moves forward into the forcing cone. Those are suppressible as well. And with a suppressor, those are fairly fucking quiet.
You talking about the old Nagant 6 gun?
Yep.
No kidding.
Yep. Because like I say, if you've ever seen a video or actually had the opportunity to hold one, as you throw the hammer back, that cylinder chunks forward right into the forcing cone.
No shit. Wow.
Yep. And it actually makes a gas seal.
You know what I want to get my hands on? A black powder handgun.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
No way, Bill. Seriously? You're kidding.
A minute ago, Blue says, bullshit. It's in the movies, they go, psst, so it's got to be true.
No.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if you believe that's true, I got some ocean front in Arizona's got your name on it. Cheap. 100 grand a square foot.
Then his next comment was how drunk he was tonight.
Cheers. I say cheers as I'm drinking ice water.
Wow, good boy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, everybody changing.
What's that?
What do you mean changing?
I'm an asshole.
It happens. None of us are complaining, but
Sorry, I'm just texting. NH Trapper said he didn't get his, so I had to send his link. Yeah, hit by anything gun, you do fly back 20 feet, right? It's just the way it is. Exactly. I don't give a rat's fuck what you're shooting at them.
Yep.
I don't give a shit. You know, it's like people say, "Oh, what's the not the Derringer? What's the what's the one that they always say is you should give a woman her first time for her first carry?"
38.
Nah, it's a little.
Oh, there's a little 380s.
380s.
32.
And they're like, I wouldn't carry a 380. That's it. Let me tell you something. I just want to know one thing for all the tough guys that wouldn't carry a 380. Okay. And I'm not talking about guys that you know. What I'm talking about is that if somebody says to you, I'm carrying a buddy of yours says, I'm going to start carrying a 380, and you break his balls and say, oh, why don't you just carry a cap gun? Right?
Yeah, or lipstick.
Here would be my challenge. Here's my challenge. Here's what I would say to a friend of mine if I told them I was carrying a 380. I would say, okay, you stand 20 feet away from me and let me empty this gun into you.
Right?
You may hit it once.
Bullshit. and we'll see. You know, this isn't birdshot. This isn't birdshot from fucking 45, 50 yards away that you can, the shit's going to bounce off you. You know what I mean? Yeah. What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Let's go home from the bar across the street.
Talk about location. I hear you, son.
I'm on the water. I'm across the street from a bar. And I'm 10 minutes away from my hunting spot. What can I be?
Hey, I'm doing you, I changed routes. At work.
Yeah.
This kid was getting kind of screwed with hours, So I don't do the Conway and Jackson route anymore. So now I'm doing Enfield and Newport and Lebanon. And
Give me a call when you're up here sometime if you want to go out.
well, that's just it. I won't if I'm working. I can't. You know, what I mean, they got the GPS on me.
Oh yeah.
But we can have coffee or something.
What was you doing over at the lake half the day there, Mike?
Exactly. You know, but we can have coffee or something. And I always have I drove by. I can't tell you how many. You know when you took the right to go to Ed's house?
Yeah.
Okay. If you went 3/4 of a mile and took a left, I got on that road and I delivered to a lady down there.
Oh, okay.
And I can't tell you how many mornings I said to him, "Are you up?" Nope. I'm not gonna. He doesn't get out of bed till like 8 o'clock when he's not fishing, hunting, or anything like that.
8 o'clock.
Like, all right,
early.
Early for him, yeah. If he's not hunting or fishing, but I'm up there. I'm backing in her driveway at 6:30 in the morning. You know.
Oh, jeez. Don't be texting
Right
at 6:30 in the morning.
Well, I said coffee, not a cocktail.
Mike, have you got NH's number?
Yep.
Send that picture I sent you to him. I kind of want his opinion on that thing.
You know,
if you don't mind.
I texted him. Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, not that I'm distrusting you or Steve. I think he might have crossed paths with one or two more elk than y'all have.
Oh, shit, I accidentally down.
What kind of animal?
Elk.
Nope, never crossed paths.
Oh, well, never mind then.
See, smarty pants.
Yeah, sending that to him is about as useful as fucking a mayonnaise jar. It's pointless.
Probably as useless as
I
getting
know
Uncle Kyle
how
pair running sneakers. What?
I mean, I know how they look, and I know how, and all that stuff.
Good night, Blue.
Well, antlers and skull, full-size Ford pickup. The nose is touching the tailgate. The tips of the antlers are touching the toolbox. It's a long bed pickup, and it's touching both sides of the truck bed. Good rack or not?
Yeah, I'd say that's about a.
You measure them the same way as you do a deer, though, don't you?
Yeah, I'd say that's about a 400-incher or so.
Let me hang on a second here.
Long bed, so you're talking 6 to 8 foot.
8-foot bed, but it's got a toolbox, so drop it down to 6.
Yeah, drop it down to 6. So 6-foot bed. The truck's about 4 foot wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big bull.
Yeah, that's what my boss managed to drop with an air at 16 to 18 yards in Colorado the other day.
Yeah, that's a trophy bull.
Yeah. Yeah, that skull and horns is going on the outside wall of the barn next to his moose. It makes that elk look like a anorexic spike whitetail.
Was it got like a 70-inch moose or something?
I'd say every bit of that.
Ooh.
Fuck. It won't let me send it.
That's one of the luxuries for him. He flies all over the world, hunts whatever critter he feels like at that particular moment, and he goes where the big shit's at.
Steve, you know I answered you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what's been going on, Brian?
Not too much. I had a second job for a minute,
Well,
and then Labor Day came up, and
right, beer season started.
Well, Labor Day came up, and that's when all the because I live right on the lake here, and it's all vacationers and stuff like that. So once Labor Day hits and school starts in, all the summertime people head back to their homes.
Right.
So I got my lake back.
Nice.
Well, that's good.
Yes, definitely.
But
my second job ended and stuff like that. So
I wish my second job would end.
It ended for the season. It'll start back up next Memorial Day weekend is when they open. They're open Memorial Day to Columbus Day, and then they're closed all winter.
Just a vacation thing.
Yeah. Which I don't mind. Friday, Saturday nights, they pay me $15 an hour to pull security. So It's an
Cool.
extra 150, 200 bucks a week. Thank you.
Right.
Right.
And I get to be an asshole to people I don't know, which is amazing. So
Take it out on everybody else.
exactly.
That right there is almost worth doing it for free.
How come your place of employment doesn't have a big ass sign like your competitors do?
Why do we need one?
I don't know, I'm just asking.
The name speaks for
like
itself,
that, why
doesn't
do
it?
you need to advertise?
I'm just asking. Listen. I'm just asking a question. Okay. A couple of your competitors, I drive by them. Big huge fucking sign.
Yeah.
I almost stopped one day to take a picture of for Stump just to piss him off.
Oh, that must be the plant down in Exeter.
Yes, sir. Yes, Exeter. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. Fuckers.
No, but like I said, I went by it. I was up there about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but why do we need to have our name outside of our building and stuff like that?
I don't know.
The product speaks for itself.
It does. I'm just,
Yeah. It is for that business or that genre of business. That company name is one that everybody, even people that aren't associated with it, know.
Right.
Oh, and I took
mean,
go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I mean, it's just like that's literally one of the quintessential names out there. I mean, they're king of the fucking mountain, so to speak, for a reason.
Yep. We have been for, 7 years, 8 years running?
Yeah.
Firearm Manufacturer of the Year, 8 years running?
Yep.
I just contributed to your paycheck, buddy.
To my bonus, not my paycheck.
Oh, okay, your bonus.
What'd you get?
LC9S.
Oh, yeah, nice little gun.
Those are nice. My brother's got one of those.
That's one right there. That's an AR-556 right there.
Yep.
Oh, and speaking of,
when are we gonna go shoot that?
I can say it because it's been released now. Everybody knows the American rifle, right?
Yep, that's what I'm buying, right?
That's the rimfire, the one that you want.
Okay.
But the American centerfire, we just released a 18-inch ranch rifle in 7.62 by 39.
No shit.
Yep.
Really?
Oh, you fuckers.
What would that be interesting to reload for and see what you could get out of it?
Right? Holy fuck.
And if you look at the demo videos that they got on, I think they have 1 or 2 on YouTube, and they also have one on the website. They put a can on it.
Oh,
They
Lord.
put a 30 cal can on it.
Really?
Yeah.
KSOI, good to see you.
Stump's having an aneurysm over there because he's about to drop a couple $100 more.
Fuck yeah. Damn it. Damn it.
But yeah, a bolt action 7.62 by 39.
Awesome.
Bolt action, I love bolt action. Why do I like bolt action so much?
Because they're more accurate.
So much more accurate.
I don't even know if it's the accuracy. I just think it's the. I don't even know. Now, when I was talking about the 117, I'm gonna get. I was talking with Dish, and Dish says, "Mikey, you should probably go with the semi." I'm like, "No, I really like the bolt action."
You know, there is something about just working the bolt.
Yep.
But
You're welcome, Stump.
holy smokes, would that be fun to reload for?
Hell yeah.
I bet you that would smoke a 300 blackout.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a Ruger Ranch rifle and 300 blackout.
I'll tell you, gun I want to get my hands on. My uncle up north has a bolt action 30-30.
Really?
And I would love to get my hands on that gun.
My brother grew up shooting a bolt action 30-30. Oh, Stump, you want to know the bigger kicker? I think they take AK mags too.
Oh, God almighty.
Stump just like wet himself. Actually, he didn't wet himself, he jizzed himself.
Yeah, damn it.
Look at the internal Stump.
Which the tactical plumber says something else we probably won't be able to have here, Mike. No doubt.
Bolt action, you probably will. Well, I don't know about the removable mag.
It all depends. It's my buddy of mine had a bolt action shotgun.
Yeah, I have a bolt action 410.
This was this one's a 12 or a 20. 12, I think. And I laughed my ass off. Bolt action shotgun.
Yep.
HRM says if it comes with iron sights, I'll get one. If it don't,
it does not.
You can stay.
It does not come with iron sights.
Do they stick a rail on the top?
Yes, it does have a rail on the top. It has a Weaver rail or Picatinny rail or whatever it is.
Yeah, just imagine that in a nice Leopold, about a 3 to 9, 50 or better mill ends on it. You're going to be able to stretch out comfortably 400 yards with that. And good hand load should still be able to keep them under an inch.
Right.
Yep. Hey, Stump.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you even more, but in the internal, I just posted 2 links. One to the ranch rifle itself, and the other one to the Ruger YouTube channel.
Okay.
Where they have a couple of demo videos.
Okay. Well, doing this through the phone, I don't have the internal, but I will. Okay. I'll get to that channel and check that out.
That looks nice. Oh, haha, Stump. I'm sorry. You can't see it.
I will. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. No, it's not AK mags. It's Mini 30 mags.
Oh, even better.
Ships with a 5-round Mini 30 mag, and you can also run 10 and 20-round mags with them.
Well, that works out. Stump, I got a few of those laying around already.
Stump, I'll give you the specs on it, okay?
All right.
You ready? Stock, flat dock, or synthetic. We already told you about Brian already told you about the sights, non-scope rails installed. Barrel length 16.12. Alloyed steel, capacity is 5. Thread pattern is 5/8. The twist is, am I going to say right? Well, ratio 1 to 10 RH. Did I say that right?
1 to 10 right hand twist. Yep.
Right hand twist. Okay. Finishes matte black. It weighs 5.9 pounds.
Oh boy.
Overall length 36 inches. Length of pull 13.75.
Honestly, that works out beautiful.
Grooves 6. Groove. We used to know a guy named Groove, right? Grooves 6. Suggested retail. Ding 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 ding. $5.99.
That's all.
Yep.
That's the specs on it, kid.
And yes, it already comes pre-threaded, 5/8 by 24.
Nice. that 5-something, I'm sure, is suggested retail.
Suggested retail is $5.99. You'll probably find it for low 500s to $5.50.
Frank said he has a bolt-action wrist rocket. And he says he can't shoot it because then he got a bolt because they're illegal in Mass. Because Frankie's a Mass guy too.
Right.
If you know anything about Massachusetts, wrist rockets are illegal in Massachusetts.
Wow.
Steve, I think it's time I talk to my buddy and tell him he's got to find me one.
Right.
It dropped last week, along with it came out with a couple of brand new Mark IV pistols.
Yeah,
like Mark IV standards. So anything made before June 1st had 100% recall on it. They found the problem, they fixed the problem, and all that stuff. All the guns after June 1st that have been shipping are good to go and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm still waiting to get mine. But yeah, I love what they did with the easy breakdown.
Oh god, yeah. No more of that weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold it upside down and say a prayer.
piece of dental floss or something to actually get that little thing to cam out to start with, to start tearing it down.
Yep. No more of that. And we just released a new AR-556. I think they call it the MSR, Modern Sporting Rifle, 18-inch barrel, all that good stuff.
Cool.
Yep.
Huh. Thanks. Appreciate that. Thanks for telling us.
I can tell you guys anything that drops. I can't tell you anything that's in the works. Because I put in for a brand new line that's getting ready to get up and going, and I didn't get the position, but that'll be dropped by SHOT Show, hopefully, if everything goes right.
Cool.
Yep. It's a cool. It's one of those. It's a cool idea. We'll see how the market is with it, type deal.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I think that's what I read. HRM. The ratio is 1-10 right-handed twist.
Yep. 1-10 right-handed.
My ESP is kicking in. You want me to say on the external what I think they're going to drop?
Pardon?
On the external, no.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
No, what are you trying to
Too big a risk there of you actually getting something right and getting a man in trouble.
Exactly. Have you spoken with Ed?
Wrong channel.
Brian?
Ed, I spoke to him last week.
Yeah, well, let me tell you where he is.
Yeah, he's up in Aroostook County, Maine right now.
Fucking asshole. Such an asshole.
Yeah.
He was supposed to call me back because he was going to try to take me out bear hunting this past weekend. That didn't go as planned.
You know, he shot a bear on my birthday 2 years in a row.
Yeah. And he was supposed to take me to try to shoot one too.
Yeah. Next year he's going to take me on my birthday. We want to see what the fuck happens.
I
can always go. I can always get my bear permit. I can always get a bear permit for Maine because I'm going to Maine and I'll just get a late season bear permit for up there too. But,
yeah.
If I were you two guys, I would make a run up there and I don't know, get 8 or 10 of his Yetis and hold them for ransom.
Well, he isn't too far up in Aroostook County. He isn't too far up in Aroostook County because he has cell phone service.
He ain't truly in God's country.
No, he isn't.
He's halfway there.
He's at the lake. I know where he is.
Yeah, but he only probably took 10 or 12 of those Yetis with him, which means he's got another 50 or 60 there at the house.
Right. And he's got my tent with him too, so that's not really nice.
I'm surprised he didn't call and ask me to borrow, if he could borrow your pistol.
I was
just
pretty pissed off.
V-board.
HRM said that if I'm running through the bramble, I need iron sights. I stick with iron sights and a lever.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, HRM. Hey, V-Borg, what's going on? Great to see you, bud. But that's cool.
Steve, did you see my reply?
Yeah.
Nope, I don't know one of those.
No, well, that's a bummer.
Let me see what else. What else was on the agenda? I think that was it. Yeah. So he texts me. Ed texts me because like I do every Friday. I tell him. He sends me pictures. Texts me back with pictures of my tent. I'm like, let me get this straight. You're in Maine with my tent. He's like, yep. What the fuck? It's almost as bad as Stump not letting my fucking gun go. You know.
You like my new throw for my couch?
There you go.
Beaver pelt.
There you go.
Nice beaver pelt.
That'll make a couple of nice pair of gloves right there too.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's my throw. Hey, what do we got there?
Is that the one you keep whining about, Mike?
Shut up! Don't even tease me.
Is that the SIG?
Yeah, one of them.
Don't even tease me.
You paid too much for it.
Probably.
It's
Well,
a SIG. You always overpay for them.
Well, the guy I go through, probably not, because, well, you have a certain, what's the word I'm looking for here? Cut in price. When you buy something through your manufacturer.
Yes.
The guy I go through, I kind of get those prices too on just about everything I do actually buy.
I pay less than what you do. Still.
Yeah, probably so, but I generally don't pay
right around
anywhere
50,
near
50 to 55. Distributor prices are like 60 to 65.
Yeah, and that's usually what I'm getting as the distributor because I help them out so much doing crap.
Yeah, but it's still a SIG. You're overpaying for it.
I don't know, man. The more I mess with them, the more I like them. I really do. But I will still say this: out of everything I've ever shot, worked on, had my hands owned, even the new Vaquero has got to be the slickest motherfucker yet, right out of the box.
Yep. We just throw them sights on too, right?
Do I know?
All the single actions,
Mm-hmm.
the metal sights that are soldered on and all that stuff.
Yep.
They're not zeroed or anything out of the box. It's more of the way that we look at it is it's a cowboy gun, and people are going to want to either load themselves or however, and they can decide the height of the sight they want. So basically, it's more of if you want it a certain way, you got to put the work into it, which a lot of people like because then it makes the gun very personal.
Right.
But what I'm getting at on those, though, straight out of the box, all the internals, that is the smoothest motherfucker straight out of the box I've ever held in my hand. And when you do open one up, there's very little finishing work to do to polish things out. Very little.
I know. I look at them almost every day. Single action, they work right beside where I work. So,
you're lucky.
It goes me and GP, then SP, IOA, single action.
Damn it, boy.
Hey, I was up in your neighborhood yesterday.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, I left.
No text, no phone call, no nothing. I see where I sit on the fucking.
I didn't have service because I was in where the banjo playing people are. I left North Walpole at 5 minutes to 8. I thought it was going to send me Route 12 to Route 9 to go to Bradford, and it didn't.
Hang on. There's an insult in there somewhere to that man. Could you really just say that?
So
in his neck of the woods, but you around the banjo playing people?
Yeah. So
I'm actually surrounded by civilized people around here.
Yeah,
they may only be here seasonally.
You are,
but I'm surrounded by them.
Have you ever heard of Ackworth, New Hampshire?
I have.
Okay. Banjo playing motherfuckers.
Yes.
Goshen.
Yes.
Whatever. Banjo playing motherfuckers.
Even worse, like two-teeth banjo playing motherfuckers.
Exactly. So, Route 10.
Yes.
I took 123A to Route 10 out of North Walpole.
Okay.
And went up towards the Pillsbury State Park.
Yep.
Cut through, I forget the name of the street, but I cut through and I wound up over by Mount Sunapee.
Yep.
Then I came down 103 to Bradford Center.
Yep.
All right, because there's a sign guy in Bradford Center I deliver to.
Yep.
All right.
I don't live far from 103B.
103B is when you go across the street at Duncan's, right?
No.
If I'm in Bradford Center area, right, and there's a Duncan's on the right, and then there's like a four-way.
Keep going.
That B.
Keep going up 103 till you get to Mount Sunapee.
You know where Robert's signs are?
I know exactly where you're talking about in Bradford. I know exactly where you're talking about.
Robert's signs is on the left. That's where I deliver. So is it if you pass Robert's signs towards Warner, or
keep going towards Mount Sunapee on 103, and then when you come to the little rotary circle where you can take the first right and go down to the state park, the beach. The second right is 103B. The third right is 103, takes you into
all right. So
Newport.
so you're north of Bradford now.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're about 10 miles north of Bradford. All right. All right.
Yep.
All right. I got you.
From the Dunkin' Donuts in Bradford, I am like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, so I'm right by where you are then, because I came out some road.
Well, while y'all are getting Mikey lost,
You ain't getting me lost. I know where I am.
this is a ton of fun, but like I say, I do have to go to work in the morning. So,
all right. Well, you have fun.
Yeah, tomorrow is dedicated to NH because that's where that little bit of overtime is going to go.
Brian
Yeah,
J, how are
I'm
you?
not sorry about telling you about that then.
Yeah. All right. Y'all be good and have fun.
I got to shoot it last month. Before it got released.
Y'all be good.
Ciao, bro.
Have a good one.
HMM, that's not a big city. Trust me. There's only one big city in the state of New Hampshire.
Manch Vegas.
Yep.
I don't ever go down there unless I'm
You don't
armed.
want to.
Unless I'm armed.
Yeah, I went in the West End one time. Well, that wasn't fucking fun, believe me.
West isn't as bad as isn't that bad. It's the Elm Street Eastern down by Central High School. That's bad.
Lincoln Street, the far end of Lincoln Street.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went to the back end of Lincoln Street to a sign guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting out of the truck, and girls were just walking down the street with her girlfriend. Hey, I'm like, no, goodbye. Come on, get out of here, will you? I think I had more teeth in my mouth than she did.
Wow. High class.
Oh yeah, it's the Manch. Them in their private friggin' jail. They can have it.
Which one?
The one right on what do you call it street?
Right off of Elm Street, Valley Street Prison.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's private prison.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So I'm kind of pretty a little bit upset that my tent is in Maine and my gun's in fucking South Carolina.
Road trip.
Nice, Mikey.
And you're stuck in communist Massachusetts.
Yep. I'm probably not going to move to New Hampshire anytime soon. So I tried. Still trying. Yeah, Brian, they pretty much bad. They pretty much. I'll spit it out. Yeah, no,
I was talking to somebody who knew somebody who is going through a phase or going through a lifestyle change where they're becoming transgender. And they just recently moved to Massachusetts because the state will subsidize their surgeries.
Wow.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
No doubt. There's no doubt. Dude, it's a liberal state. What are you going to do? I mean, they're not kind of saying no to you.
It's the only reason why they moved to Massachusetts, because the state will make their surgeries cheaper.
Yeah.
And then when they get done, they'll move right out.
But they won't. They won't make life for a cancer patient or whatever easier. So.
Oh no, Obamacare, end of life care and all that stuff. No, we're gonna let them die. Yeah. It's basically how Obamacare worked. Do everything to keep people alive, and then when they hit a certain age and they get to the end of life care, no, money's not there. Gone.
Sorry.
I watched my grandmother go through it. I literally did. Watch the end of care from my grandmother go through.
So I just told my wife just to shoot me in the back of the fucking head and drag me up north. I go, I'm telling you. I says, take me up north. If I'm in a wheelchair, push me off the cliff. I'll be happy. I'll be in the woods. I says, holy shit, because you put me in a home, I will absolutely hunt you down and kill you.
If I go to any home, I better go to a veteran's home, and that's it.
Yeah, some of them aren't the best now either.
Very true.
At least you
Which
can
is
swap
sucky.
stories, though.
My brother's my brother works for the VA.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they always get called up. You got to go. There's a patient having an issue, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I guess one patient thinks he's the president.
Oh, boy.
Hello, Mr. President. How are you today? And the nurses go batty because they tell him he's not, But anywho, yeah, unfortunately, VAs aren't what they should be.
Mm-hmm. Although the one here in Manchester isn't terrible. I've been there a couple times.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I'm not going to go home. I will come back and haunt my wife if I do. Right on, Brian.
Oh, Mikey, I got my otter and my fox back too when I got the beaver.
Did you really?
Yeah, and I got my bear skull.
Fucker. What'd you do with the hide?
It's out. He was getting ready to ship the hide out to get it tanned, so he could come back and he could put it up.
Dress it.
Yeah, dress it up. Because I'm getting a half mount done on my bear.
Good. I gotta come up too because I haven't had any bear chili in a long time. So
I'm getting ready to make bear tacos here in a little bit.
Nice.
Actually, tomorrow is
Saturday all day.
Saturday. Yeah, well, obviously it's Saturday all day. But when I was hunting at my buddy's place, I got some more eggs.
Yep.
Unfortunately, didn't have any duck eggs, so I had to take chicken eggs, which doesn't matter to me. So I got some new chicken eggs. So fucking breakfast is gonna be off the hook tomorrow. But I got rabbit meat for dinner. He sent me home with rabbit backstrap and belly flap.
Really?
All connected still. Oh.
Saddle.
I haven't had rabbit in a long
Yeah,
time.
they call it the saddle.
That's
rabbit saddle.
Looks just like a saddle.
It's basically the saddle piece is the back strap, and you come down the rib cage and you leave the belly connected.
Yep.
So I got a full saddle on each side. Was
There's a couple of rabbits at my work.
4, 5, 8. Never tried bear. Okay, bear meat. If it's prepared right, basically you take your, you take all the sinew and you make sure you get all the fat cap off of it, and get it as lean as you can possibly get it. That's going to be your better tasting bear. Season it and treat it like beef, but cook it like pork. You got to cook it all the way through. And I'll tell you what, it's less gamey tasting. Gamey tasting than venison is.
I didn't even taste the gamey taste when we had the chili. That's just me. But
yeah, no.
The other thing too is, I'm a firm believer. It's in what the animal's eating too.
Mm-hmm. This year's going to be a good year for deer and bear because the acorns, the apples, and the beech nuts up here are going nuts.
I know.
Yeah. I went to Vermont to an apple orchard a couple weeks ago, and there wasn't any green on the trees. They were all red. That's how full of apples they were. They were,
Which means everything else moves. All the predators move. Everything else moves. So,
yep.
I want to go coyote hunting though. I gotta try that. I didn't even care. I got a heater for the thing, so it's not like,
Yeah. That's why you got to trap. Oh, wait, you can't trap in your state.
Oh, shut up.
Duh.
Yes, I can. I can trap coyote in my state.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
Not with a foothold, you can't.
Not with a foothold, no.
Good luck getting them to go into a
I'll get him in a
havoc.
cage. I'll make one. I would like Alaskan bush people. I'll make one.
Oh, jeez, here we go.
I'll just dig a fucking 6-foot fucking hole. You know, and put what do you call it on it? You know.
Hey, maybe you'll get lucky and catch
Put
it in
food
the
on
lady who outlawed all the firearms.
You know.
Hey, I got to give for being as liberal as they are. I got to give them that they still allow bobcat hunting and trapping.
Yeah. So you guys
Can't do it in my state. And we've had 2 rabies cases this year where they've attacked people, and we still can't get them.
I'm surprised you haven't taken away moose hunting yet. That's coming next.
Yeah, they only gave out like 30 or 40 permits.
Yeah, why bother having it? That's just stupid.
See, okay, the problem
it's not like they're being hit by cars like the deer are.
No, true. I mean, there are some, but they're not as many.
I haven't seen a dead moose on the side of the road in a while.
Here's the problem with the bobcat thing. The trappers actually pushed for it back in the 80s to just get it out and to cancel the season and to get it off the books. If you can't ever do that again now because of the activists and all the animal lovers and all that stuff. You can't take it completely off the books. You just have to cancel a season. You can't just say, oh, well, we're done with moose hunting. We're going to take it off the books. It no longer exists, anything like that, because you'll never get it back on. Like the fight we're having with getting bobcat hunting and trapping back in is we can't get it back on the books because it's not on the books. You know, we took it off the books 30 years ago.
Right. Brian J., you're right. I've heard that too. I've actually done it myself.
I have not.
I have done
that. I haven't soaked it in milk, but I've marinated it and stuff like that.
Right.
I just use steak marinade when it comes to doing stuff like that.
Good old Italian dressing.
That'll do it all the time.
No, I like my Jack Daniel's. What is it? Marinade in a bag type stuff. That's what I'll use. And I got a tenderizer, so I poke holes in both sides of the meat and let it marinate overnight.
If I can swing it, I'm going to try to get a New Hampshire hunting license this year.
Yeah, archery season's already in right now.
I don't care about archery. I'm not
been hunting the last 2 nights.
I
had all week off from work.
I told you my buddy's got a bear in his backyard, right?
In New Hampshire, Mass.
Mass.
Yeah, that man.
Decent sized bear too.
Shoot it. Put it in the freezer.
He plans on it. And he can shoot it too because his deer stand is actually technically in New Hampshire. He's right on the line, so he's the last house with Drake and Pelham, so he pretty much does as he wants.
Wow, how convenient.
So, but yeah, I think I'm gonna see if I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I gotta clean my muzzleloader.
Yep.
And I gotta fire it again. I haven't fired it in
October 28th, I think, is when muzzleloader starts here.
I don't think I can take my muzzleloader to where Ed and I went and shot it now because it's bow season. Because I think they hunt behind there. And that'd be kind of sucky of me to do that, you know?
Yeah.
How are your gun ranges, Mike? Are they packed or?
I don't even know, to be honest with you. I haven't seen a public one in forever, so I don't know.
Wow.
So I figure I'm trying to get someplace to go in New Hampshire.
I was listening to a guy the other night from California. He said when he went to the gun range, it was like a 2-hour wait in line to get on the gun range.
Yeah, no doubt. It's Manchester. If you go to Manchester, Manchester's the place I can go and rent any gun I want. You got to buy them ammo.
Yep.
Right. That looks good, eh?
I can shoot anything I want.
There you go, Mikey.
Let me. It looks good. My brother did that for me for a gift with my deer.
Yep.
He said he'll never do it again.
No, this one was sent out to.
That's hard to do by yourself if you've never done it.
Yeah, it was sent out to Ohio, and the place that did it, they had the Beatles, and it came out phenomenal. It came out great. So it measures 14.5 inches. So technically, it's not a trophy because a trophy is at 20 for the skull. And the way you measure a bear skull is longest point front to back and longest side to side and widest point side to side. Then I just put a little super glue epoxy on it. And yeah.
That looks cool.
Looks great. Looks great hanging up too.
I like it. I think it tasted good too.
Oh, he tastes phenomenal.
Yep. What I really got to do is I got to shoot myself a beaver. That's what I got to do.
Can't shoot him in this state.
Can't shoot in my state either. You just can't get caught doing it.
Can trap them. And in your state, you have to live trap them, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you got to use a Davis trap. Yep, you got to use a Davis trap. And
have you ever dealt with a live beaver?
Which doesn't make sense to me because you pull that thing up in a Davis trap, and then so the Davis trap thing is like the holes on it like this big. So then you got to reach in with your 22 without getting your fucking finger bit off, and put a bullet in his head. And so, of course, once you fire a weapon, it's like. Brian has 2 local ranges, and they're pretty empty, but he lives in a liberal area. Brian, I wish you lived where I live because I'd be there at least once a weekend.
I used to live near a range, and then I moved.
Yeah. We actually drove by the one that Ed goes to.
Well, Brian J., the answer to that question is quite simple. Why trap a live beaver if you're just going to kill it? Why not just dead trap, which is using a conibear? Because in liberal Massachusetts, conibears and footholds are illegal.
Not all of us are liberals in Massachusetts, by the way, so you can stay Massachusetts, the Commonwealth. Call it the Commonwealth.
Okay, yeah, because it's not a state, it's a Commonwealth. It's the Communist Commonwealth.
All right.
Here you go, Mikey.
But yeah, so do that. What is that? Oh, that's a fox.
That's my red, yep.
Yep.
Nothing prettier.
No, and the fur is gorgeous.
Yeah.
I got one in my backyard you can have.
And I mean, I put these animals up like I was going to sell them. So these are all like how the garment companies would get them in and all that stuff from us trappers.
Right.
Right.
Then
you should.
You might know this one. That big old flat tail like that.
He's pretty.
Finest fur on the land, right?
Absolutely. Waterproof and water resistant.
Yep.
Otter. River otter. Gorgeous. This is a 22-pound male. He is all of, I don't know, 4.5 feet tall.
That's awesome.
That's a bit.
I wish they'd hurry up and repopulate this state.
Hey, Jake Greg, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, I mean the fur is something else. We're in. I know, Mikey. You've seen a couple of. I think Ed's got 2 or 3 of these.
He's got the. He's got a rat. He's got a rat. He's got beaver.
Yep.
He's got a coyote.
Yeah, I got to send my coyote out. I got to send my. I'm waiting for my muskrat and my second beaver and my. What you call it? What's the other one I sent out?
Well,
raccoon.
Well, do me a favor. If you're doing any what do you call it? Pest control at all, and you get a beaver, let me know, will you?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'll take the meat. What?
If I get any calls this year, because I won't be doing any beaver trapping this year.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said if you do any, what do you call it? Animal control.
Nuisance calls.
Nuisance calls.
First 1 or 2 are going to be for me, so I can have bear bait. So I can have bear bait for next year.
Right.
And then, I may sacrifice one leg to try to get a fisher this year. But I'm only trapping fox and coyotes at my buddy's place this year.
Fishers are friggin'. They're hard to trap.
No, they're not. They're one of the easiest animals to trap.
My buddy's been trying
to find them.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He gets them on trail cam, and
if you got them on trail camera, that you should have no problem trapping them. Get some gusto, some beaver meat, and a 160 conibear. And you're good to go.
He used beaver meat. He used the fuck did he use? He told me too. Jesus Christ. I think he said raccoon. I think he told me raccoon.
Beaver is good for anything, and that's because of the fat content. It doesn't freeze as easily as any of the other wild game animals out there. But yeah,
well, it can't. I mean, they're under the water, right? I mean, hello. They live in the water.
It does freeze, but it just doesn't freeze as easy.
Right. But yeah, I gotta get some beaver meat somewhere somehow. Steve.
But yeah, no, beaver meat is like good for anything. The other two things you might be able to catch them on, and probably not as well. One is probably legal. The other one probably not that legal. Probably.
Rodents. I don't care about being legal.
Porcupine is one of their favorite meals.
Yeah.
And the other favorite meal of theirs is cat.
Yeah. Same with the red fox.
I was just doing what my buddy did and wait for one to walk to the foot of the tree that he's on with the friggin' in his tree stand. And the friggin' thing just walked to the base of the tree. So he said, you know what? I don't like fishes. Drew his bow back. He let him have it.
Yep. My first year in the bear stand. I was getting out of the stand. I had no idea a fisher was coming in, and I was about ready to let go of the stand to grab onto the ladder to go down. And I had already lowered my gun down, and I was getting ready to go down, and that fisher, there was a fisher out there, and he screamed. Have you ever heard a fisher scream, Mikey?
Yep.
Yeah. At 35 yards.
It's fucking loud.
Away. I just about went ass over tea kettle 20 feet down. on top of whatever. I probably would have fallen on a tree or a stump or something. It scared the crap out of me. And then I caught him 2 months later, so it did 3 months later. Their season for us is December. And then I caught the pair in December, so.
Yeah, my boat season doesn't start until October. Deer season starts the Monday after Thanksgiving. I won't be here either. I'll be in Maine. I leave Sunday of Thanksgiving Day weekend.
Yep.
And I'm going up to Rangeley. So.
Still smells like the tannery.
Well, yeah, it's gonna.
Smells good.
You should have did it yourself.
I ain't got that kind of patience or time or space.
You should do. You don't need that much space.
They don't turn out as nice.
Mm.
I saw one of those J. Gray camels. They look really sweet. A Keltec 2000 with a pin mag. Those look sweet. I'm sorry, I saw you one. Those Keltecs. They look kind of sweet to me.
Yeah, I've wanted one for a while. And they got one that takes the 30-round Glock mag.
Yep.
Yep.
Make sure you get a Gen 2, though.
I probably can't have one, so.
It's Massachusetts. No, can't have anything. Can't have anything fun in Massachusetts except for beer. You can have beer.
Plenty of that. There's one in every corner.
You guys still have to have Packies down there?
Huh?
Do you guys still have to have Packies down there? Or can you go to like the grocery store and buy it now?
No, I can go to the grocery store now, which I think kind of sucks, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I think they should have stayed with Packy stores. I think that it did a couple of things. I think it made things more personable because you're in a big food chain like Market Basket or
Shaw's or Hannaford,
or Hannaford or something like that. It's not real. You know what I mean? You walk into a small package store and you're there once a week getting your beer, your whatever you're getting. Smokes, maybe you're gonna play the lottery too or something, whatever.
Yeah.
And you get to know the people. You know what I mean? And generally they're mom and pop stores that have been there a while. Like there's one in Wilmington that's been there forever and a week. And if I was drinking today, I'd still buy from them. I don't know. So I'm kind of caught half and half with the, But
see, because I like how New Hampshire goes. You can buy beer and wine anywhere where they can get a liquor license, gas station, or
you're gonna go to a big
market or something like that. But if you want liquor, you have to go to a liquor store,
state liquor store.
Yeah.
Shit, they just passed a law here. The gas stations are selling liquor now and beer.
They've been doing that in Maine for years.
Yep.
You can go to the gas station in Maine and pick up a gallon of milk, a bottle of Allen's coffee brandy, a carton of cigarettes, and you got yourself a panty dropping party right there.
In the car. Go to your nearest park and have fun.
Except Portland and Augusta are catching up. I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah, Augusta's going in the shitter. Last time I was up there, it's not looking good. Because I'm born and raised in Augusta. So seeing what it was like when I was a kid to what it's like now, damn, heroin and meth just absolutely
Rapid
wreck a city.
And once meth gets a leg hold, you're screwed. That's
heroin's cheaper.
Yeah.
Heroin's cheaper now. And I was in Portland at Seasport, and I was just, you got to be shitting me.
Yeah, you can get a hit of heroin cheaper than you can buy a joint, basically.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, that is true. That
And
is true.
I bet you that's top quality stuff too.
Yeah, right.
Well, it hasn't been cut 42 times or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, up in Maine, it's probably been cut like 120 times.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
easy.
It's got a ways to go from where it comes from.
Yep. Travels all the way up the eastern seaboard.
Yep.
You know,
Be surprised.
Actually, a lot of stuff comes down from Canada too.
Yep. That's what I was just going to say. We
Yep.
got a little corridor up north of me where these two major highways, a northbound and a westbound, meet.
Yep.
And the state cops are all over there, and they pulled us over one night, and they said that's one of the biggest drug avenues in the country.
Yep. Up by me, it's 89 and 91.
Yep.
89 kind of goes northwest through New Hampshire, and 91 comes directly north-south from Vermont.
Yeah, and it makes sense if you can get a boat in a bay that's out in the woods and no cops around. Why not use it?
Yep. All right, you guys. I think we're gonna get out of here because it's getting late, and I got soccer early in the morning.
Yep.
I got a birthday party for the granddaughter tomorrow.
Oh, that's awesome. Birthday parties for grandchildren are always awesome.
I got hunting
I don't
season.
have that luxury yet, but I will, hopefully, some years. But
Yeah. I got hunting
cool.
season.
Yeah, jerk face.
Yep.
All right, you guys. For everybody out in the comment section, for the silent watchers, thank you. For all those that will watch this later, thank you, Uncle Kyle. Enjoy yourself, my friend. We're gonna skedaddle, and we shall see everybody next week. Peace.
Right on. Ciao.
Guys.